2 weeks ago, I set out to run a personal best at the Essex Marathon.
Okay, full transparency, it's fallen apart. 36.5k now, and I'm barely managing 6-minute kilometers. Oh dear.
I missed it by quite a lot, but now it's time to rebuild, refocus, and set my sights on my next race and my next marathon goal.
Which is the Goodwood Marathon in about 6 weeks time, the sort of first weekend of December, I think December 4th. So yeah, that is what we are building to.
Okay, I'll go back to my long run in just a moment, but first let me just talk you through some of the other key sessions that I've done this week. So I've done a 4x10 minute tempo session that was on Friday evening. That went pretty well, and also 4x5 minutes in zone 4.
And you join me on Sunday, and it is long run day, so the aim for today is one of the sort of favourites from the last training block, a long run with a bit of speed play. So that's going to be somewhere between 16 to 18 miles. I'll see how the legs feel today, and it is about a quarter of a mile on and then the rest of the mile off. So let's get into the run. It's dark this morning, so I'm just going to stick on a well-lit loop that I obviously know very well, the Tesco loop. Okay, I'm 1 rep down, so the second rep is about to kick in, so just got to tick them off and get the long run done.
Now I'm going to talk to you in just a moment about my pace zones and how I've calculated them this time, because I've done it slightly differently. Calculating your pace zones, for me, I think is quite subjective. I think there's always a little bit of trial and error to sort of take into account. How I've gone about calculating my pace zones this time round is to use the race predictor on my Chorus watch for the marathon, and to corroborate that with a goal sort of time that I have in mind. What I've then done is just give myself a little bit of flexibility, added a couple of extra minutes on there as well, and I've inputted that into the McMillan pace calculator on their website, and I'll put the link to that below. Now my Chorus watch predicts a 3:20 marathon, so I've made that about 3:22:30, put that marathon time into the website's pace calculator, and then from that it has given me exactly the paces I need to run at the different zones. So based on that, my paces are as follows. Zone 1, I need to be running at somewhere between about 5:37 to 6:02 minutes per kilometre. In zone 2, I need to run between 4:59 and 5:36. Zone 3 is 4:25 to 4:36, and then zone 4 is 3:59 to 4:10, and zone 5 is 3:47 to 3:59. Okay, coming up to just under a third of the way through the run, and let's talk about the paces that I've just gone through. So you'll notice that the zone 1 and zone 2 sort of pace has got quite a wide sort of bandwidth, I suppose, that I can run in, 40 seconds of sort of wiggle room, which is great really, because those runs are all about building that aerobic base, not pushing your heart rate too high so that you are
kind of slipping into that grey zone of training. And I think that's probably a mistake I made in the last training block, was pushing those easy runs a little bit too hard. So it really is about easy when it's supposed to be easy, and hard when it is supposed to be hard. When we get up to zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, you know, the margin of error there is a lot less, only sort of 10 to 15 seconds, so got to be a lot more focused and precise at those times. Anyway, laps are ticking off, so we'll just keep going and I'll check back in a little bit. We are coming into the last rep now. Legs are feeling it a little bit, the quads are a bit sore, but it has only been 2 weeks since the Essex Marathon. Oh, pace is about to start, so that is to be expected. All in all, not a bad run. Let's pick the pace up for the last one. Here we go. I think. Okay, last one finished. Time for an easy jog just to cool down and get home and recover and reflect on the week. So I'll see you there.
And that is long run complete, and a really good training week this week. I'll put the stats up on the screen in terms of weekly mileage or kilometerage. Probably one of the highest I've had for a really long time, outside of doing an ultra marathon or a marathon training or a marathon race itself. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. I hope this was some value. Really looking forward to sharing the next 6 weeks or so with you in the build up to the Goodwood Marathon. Come back next week and I'll explain to you what I'm doing with this and with these. See you in the next one.